Hello YouTube. Welcome back to my channel. This is the Knitting Attorney podcast and I am Joni, and here I talk about my knitting, and this is episode 4. So as a continuation of last week's semi-failure, I do not have any new FOs to show you, but I am wearing this lovely shawl that I made a little while ago. This was the pattern and yarn from the December 2020 knit crate. I don't remember what the yarn was called, but it's this really nice wool, cashmere, and stellina blend. And it's just this nice little triangle shawl with garter stitch and a little eyelet pattern, and I like draping it over my shoulders like this because it's cold, and I'm wearing a tank top even though it was 28 degrees this morning, or about -2 for any of you metric people out there. I'm just trying to hold on to summer in warm weather just a teeny tiny bit longer. I feel like maybe I should give up because it is November now. It's almost Thanksgiving. But yeah, my craziness aside, let's talk about yarn. Also, I had the weirdest shower thought today. Do you ever think that apes must look at us and think we're really ugly? Like, because we're like hairless and they have like thick hair all over, and like we're like the Chinese crested dogs of the ape world, if you think about it. And like, those dogs are cute, but they're also kind of ugly. So yeah, shower thought today. So knitting. I have been working on my field day jacket and I just dropped some yarn. This is patterned by Ozetta Knitwear, and last time I checked in I think I only had one sleeve done, and today I have 2 sleeves done, and all I have left is knitting the rest of the body and then doing this little seam in the back here. So let me see if I can try it on for you, like sort of. It doesn't really show anything about it because my needle on the body is quite short, so I can't even get it around myself, but this is what it's starting to look like. It's definitely gonna need some blocking. The sleeves are doing this weird thing because I picked up a couple fewer stitches than the pattern suggested, but I just couldn't get the right number. And I think also just my stitch gauge maybe being tighter. So it's definitely like pulling in. So this is gonna need like some slightly aggressive blocking, but I'm really liking how just cozy it is. And I am looking forward to finishing this. But yeah, so that's the amount of progress I got done in this past week. Oh my gosh, things are tangled right now. That was the progress I got done on that in this past week, and I would have potentially finished it, except, oh my gosh, how did you get all the way over there? See, this is ridiculous. So I was definitely feeling this week maybe like I needed a bit of a break and a palette cleanser. So I actually started a new project on Friday because you ever get in those moods where all you want to do is just have something quick and easy that you'll finish and you'll have a finished object and you don't have to worry about it? Because I got in that mood and I started the Stockholm Slipover by Petite Knit, and this is how far I've gotten since Friday, or maybe Thursday or Friday I started this. This is using some yarn I had in my Rhinebeck haul. It's the Seven Sisters art. This one is their Astrid base, and this one is their, I forget what it's called, but it's their silk mohair. And I know the color of this is fog bound, and this one I don't know because I'm terrible. I'll put it in the description box. But as you can see, my actually very nice looking balls here. Ooh. I had to wind it by hand because I don't have a Swift and ball winder, any of that. So, and this is like a fingering weight and like a lace weight. So that took a while. That was like a full day project. But here's what we're getting with them. And you just need to take a look at this gorgeousness. So I'm actually a little surprised about how the fabric is coming out with these yarns, because this one, as you can see, is kind of it's a warmer tone. It's like a gray, but it has all these like undertones of yellows and almost like a kind of golden-y look to it. Whereas this one I thought was more of a neutral gray, but when you combine them together, and I don't know if it's going to come up on camera because the light in here is kind of yellow, but it looks very bluish, blue or purple. So the effect of the whole thing is like a kind of like bluish, somewhere between like a denim blue and a gray. And I think it's really pretty though. I really like it. And this fabric is just like absolutely luxurious and soft. The fingering weight yarn I'm using is 30% silk, I believe. And so it's just got this like lovely drapiness to it. And I just dropped another ball of yarn. So yeah, so the way this is constructed is starting from like the top, you knit flat, and then you pick up stitches and you do some short row shaping for the shoulders and increase down to the neckline, and then you eventually just join it together in the round and knit down. And then, because this is a vest kind of thing, once I've finished this body, it's just ribbing on the armholes and necklines, and then it's complete. So I'm thinking honestly I could get this done by tomorrow. I don't have that much farther to go. I'm probably going to knit this a decent amount shorter than the pattern calls for, because I want it to be cropped, but not too cropped. I don't want it to be like at my waist, but more like hip bone length. But I've been kind of measuring it against my balloon cardigan because I think that length was perfect. Except then I just went and blocked my balloon cardigan, so that will be useless for this now. I would show that, but it's drying. So yeah, I'm going to just keep working on it. And hopefully I'll have one, maybe two FOs for you next week, perhaps. So, yeah, my other projects that I've talked about I haven't really worked on, or at least not enough to show any progress, so hopefully they'll make an appearance next week. But the thing is, and this is good, we started the knit collage, knit along for fall. So I'm really excited, and I'm going to be starting that. So my projects might actually be on the back burner for a little while, for like 8 weeks, because knit collage, you know, gotta do that. So I thought I would show, just because I'm excited, my sweater from the spring knit along. This is the Harley Sweater, the OG version with 5 colors, and it's kind of hard to show. It has a ton of ends that still need to be woven in, but it is knit in entrelac, and it is super cool. It also needs to be blocked, but it is using their spun cloud, their whatever it's called, the fabric yarn, daisy chain, more spun cloud, castaway, Wow, what is the fabric yarn called? I don't remember. Yeah, so I'm just gonna put this on quickly so you can see because it's really cute. Glasses, careful. So it's this kind of like cropped sweater with 3/4 length sleeves, and yes, I really need to get it finished so I can wear it properly. But I thought I would share because the fall knit along is just begun. Okay, trying to compose myself on camera here. So for this knit along, I am knitting the Express Yourself sweater, which I believe I talked about in my first episode. So it's using their Serenity yarn, which is like a worsted weight boucle texture. And I think it's their newest yarn base. And I haven't used it for anything yet. Obviously I've used a bunch of their yarns in that Harley sweater, but when I was at Cakepalooza, I saw the sample they had for this sweater and I just fell in love, and there was like a lightness to it that was just really pretty and kind of unlike their other things. So I had originally picked out, so I showed it on here, and let me see. I originally picked out, main color was this heather, and there's a cat out there again. Okay. Electric lime, and I don't have the full skein, but here's a little bit. This is peony. And I was having some second thoughts just because there's like no contrast between these colors. And those thoughts were kind of confirmed because this week I did my gauge swatch, and it's done in the round because it's an in the round colorwork yoke sweater. And I haven't even bothered to cut it because I think I'm just going to unravel this. So this is what it comes out with the like beige color and the peony. I mean, granted they are pretty together, but there's just no contrast. It just kind of looks a little muddy, especially in person. At least in person, I don't know how it's picking up on camera. So it's pretty, but yeah, I think it needs a little bit more something. So the other thing I'm having with the gauge swatch, which means I'm just gonna unravel this back into the balls, is that, I don't know if you can see, but like with this texture of the yarn, it's like, where are the stitches even? Like I can't even read them well enough. So yeah, I'm just gonna turn this into like a little hand warmer. Yeah, so I'm like, I found myself struggling to even see where the stitches are on this, and so it's just like the fuzziness and the lack of contrast between the colors. So I think I'm just gonna wing it and not check my gauge, because I kind of tried my best and it seemed like I was at least like close to getting gauge, or maybe a little looser. And the way the swatch was knitted also, it just like, because you have to carry the yarn around, and it was so hard to knit naturally with it that I don't even think that this gauge is going to represent my actual gauge when I'm knitting the thing. So yeah, anyway, it's a long ramble for me to say. I'm just going to unravel this back into their balls, keep the yarn, and just wing it and change up my color plan. So I'm keeping this as my main color because I have 3 of these, keeping this in it, and I ordered carbon. It's black. So I think this combo will be a lot more effective with the color work, and it'll also fit more easily into my wardrobe because my wardrobe is like 99% black. So yeah, the last thing I have to decide now is which one's going to be the more dominant contrast color and which one's going to be the more accent one. And I mean, I want the lime to be really dominant, but I also feel like the black is going to be the most effective with this. So if anyone has any suggestions, leave a comment, but I need to get started on this week. So, yeah, we'll figure it out. But anyway, I think, a little bit more excited with these colors, and I'll definitely find something to do with that peony color because it's really pretty. And depending on how this turns out, maybe I'll do the second one using the peony as the main color and like a black and a white for contrast. I think that would be really beautiful. So no yarn is going to get wasted. I'm just rearranging my colors for this particular sweater. So that was all the whippy stuff going on, and I think now I'm just going to talk about yarn acquisitions, which again is not that much, thankfully, because I need to stop spending money. I already showed the carbon for the knit collage. I got this guy in the mail. This is a yarn I have talked about before, but it's from Prado de Lana, and it is their Hermanitas, and I already have 5 skeins of it. I just got this 6th skein to make sure I have enough for that field day jacket. And yeah, the only other yarn acquisition I have to talk about is I got 2 different shades on clearance of this Lion brand Just Hemp, and you can see the clearance tag on it. This is, what shades did I got? I got Cocoa and Silver. I see people not like this yarn, but I got this specifically because it's like this bulky weight hemp yarn. I got this specifically to make tote bags. I got 3 of this color and 4 of this one, and I think just some easy tote bags to carry around with me. I might crochet them even. I'm not very good at crocheting, but I could probably do like simple rectangles to make a bag. And I've gotten into the habit of not carrying like, you know, fancier leather bags and just having like a tote bag with all my stuff when I'm going around to the supermarket and stuff, because it's just easier, and then I don't have to remember my reusable shopping bags because I can just slip all my groceries into the tote. So yeah, that's why I bought these, because they're on clearance and I can use them to make things that I actually know I will get a lot of use out of. Yes, so that was actually all the yarny stuff. So life stuff. I did not do my studying, so please absolutely leave some hate comments for me. The nastier the better. I need to get my ass into gear. Yeah, I'm sorry. I have a legitimate excuse, which I'm not going to share with you, but no, I was feeling maybe a little under the weather just because the weather has changed so suddenly. I feel like it was like summer just a week ago, and then all of a sudden it's, yeah, below freezing in the morning. And I don't know about you, but when there's like sudden changes in temperature, I tend to get headaches. Like, I don't know. Does that happen to anyone else? Anyway, yeah. I don't know how long this video has been, and I don't want it to take too long. So, yeah, thank you for watching. I saw today that I have 17 subscribers, and I know that's not like the big YouTubers, but still, it's 17 people who are willing to listen to my ridiculous rambling, and so I'm really grateful. And I'm grateful for everyone who watches and comments and likes and subscribes, and shameless plug for my social media. Yes. No, thank you so much, and I will see you next week. Bye bye!